Are we live?
We are now.
Woo!
Hello.
Greetings.
Welcome.
Hi.
Who are you people? They're the audience.
There are so many people in my house today. This is a very bad place to be making a baby sleep.
Yeah. For the audience, they're talking about me. I'm probably going to take a nap halfway through the session. And, you're the fighter. We could just roll the d20 for you. Honestly, yeah.
Well, my only job. What was my job? What am I? Oh,
Sing.
I sing.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I sing of your epic fighting.
Because level 1 bard spells are just...
Woo!
Yeah. You're supposed to be the knowledge lord.
Knowledge! I'll whore myself out for knowledge, is that
Yeah.
what we're talking
I
about?
thought it didn't, like, you do hoard out your knowledge.
Yeah.
You're more like a knowledge pimp.
Ah, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're backing up a little bit here because GM forgot something. They killed a kobold. It was kobolds, right?
No, it was lizard people.
Whatever it was.
The stinky lizard people. Troglodytes.
Oh, troglodytes. Yes.
Troglodytes.
They killed the troglodytes. Sitting next to the throne, they found the spear that I completely forgot about.
That thing that we were supposed to be looking for. Like,
Yeah.
the whole reason we were in the tower.
So then, they take that, and they take it back to the tavern. They meet up with the guy. Drunk guy's still on the floor there.
Hi, drunk guy.
They meet up with RPG Quest Giver.
Hi, RPG Quest Giver.
_01.
Yeah.
_01.
And he says, "Cool, thanks guys. By the way, I work for a family, you might have heard of them, the Black Rose family? No? Most of y'all aren't from around here? Okay, you may not have heard of them. Well, they're a pretty prominent family in the city, and they'll appreciate you getting them this. So, your name will be, kind of known by them a little bit now. So, good job."
Cool.
So
And that's a good thing, right?
That's
like,
a very
prominent,
good thing.
like,
Yes.
good.
So, their museum that we spoke of, yeah, it's not really open to the public, so, but I've arranged for you to have a little tour.
But this spear does belong in a museum, right?
It does. They have their own museum, so. So, you go to the museum. You find that...
Is there a guy in a fedora?
No.
Okay.
No guy in a fedora. Sorry. You are met by a curator there who gives you a very brief tour of part of one floor of the museum and then sends you on your way.
Hey, what's up those stairs?
Don't worry about it. So then we move on. Okay.
Do not enter the westward.
And then they send you on your way. So you have seen a little bit of the Black Rose Museum, which is actually more than most people ever will. So, hooray!
Okay.
So
I am fascinated by everything.
for a little background for y'all, this is Galorian. Oh, I didn't bring y'all with me, did I?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
Always got to bring that player tab over.
This is Galorian. Right here, this little island there, remember that. This area that is highlighted by the blue bubble is the inner sea, where most everything happens. Over here to the right is Tianzhao, where that's basically the Asians of Galorian. You'll spend some time over there. So...
The inner sea is where all the Rise of the Rimlord stuff is taking place too.
So, now, map of the inner sea here. Varizia is this section here.
That is really blurry.
It is, but that's where Varizia is, so that's where you've been doing most of your stuff. Sandpoint is this little dot right here. Again, here's the island. You'll notice that from the large picture, that island is kind of in the very center of the map. Absalom is known as the city at the center of the world. Now you know why.
Because it's
at the center
Yes.
of the world.
Neat.
So, this is the island of Kortos, where you'll be spending a great deal of time because most of your adventuring will be happening around Absalom, in Tianzhou, and a couple of places outside. So, Absalom is right here. These are the Kortos Mounts. Down here is Diabol, which is another city on the island, and then right about here is a point of interest. It's the Pilgrim's Cave. You'll find out why that's a point of interest tonight.
Because there's turkey.
Sure.
Pilgrims, Thanksgiving, turkey.
Yeah, it was all aliens.
It was all aliens.
So, now, digging into the confirmation.
Diggy diggy.
The invitation delivered last night was remarkably simple, especially given the importance of the occasion. Start where it all began. Meet at the Pig's Paunch 1 hour before dawn. The Pig's Paunch is a run-down building with a faded sign of a large pig standing on its hind legs, arms folded above a corpulent belly. Inside, the air is thick with the scents of human sweat, stale tobacco, and leftover food. In the center of the room, surrounded by inebriates sleeping off their reveries, a familiar elven man stands high upon top of the large round table. Welcome, my students. Please have a seat. With that, Crichton Shane, the Pathfinder Society's Master of Scrolls, nimbly drops down to sit cross-legged on the table before looking about the tavern with a sense of reverent wonder. Can you believe it? It all started here years ago. Well, over 400 of them at least. Under this very roof, the Pathfinder Society was born. But today will begin your confirmation. Master Horabulus, Master Zay, and I all agree that you have shown your worth and dedication to the Society, so there's no better time to see if you can handle becoming full field operatives.
Hold on. I don't think you pulled us to the right page.
There isn't one for this yet.
Oh, okay.
He's looking
Never
at
mind.
it.
Yeah.
He's looking at his
We're using imagination.
Imagination.
Allow me to introduce you to Genera Gavix, he says as he motions for an excitable halfling woman to approach. She wears a large backpack and carries all manners of tools, pouches, and scroll cases across her waist. Shane continues, saying, Genera here will be going with you on your confirmation. She was one of my brightest pupils and will no doubt be an invaluable resource on your journey, for she discovered the caves you are about to explore during your own confirmation.
Cool.
Janira speaks up in an enthusiastic and cheerful voice. Greetings, aspiring Pathfinders! 6 months ago, while I was mapping caves entrances in the foothills of the Kortos Mounts, I witnessed a lone gilman enter a concealed cave. I thought little of it at the time, but I saw another one enter the cave about a month later as my confirmation stretched on. A few days later, after I completed my assigned tasks, I entered the cave system but was unable to find the gilman. Master Shane hops to his feet. Initiates, for your confirmation, you will travel to these caves to explore and document its many passages. Additionally, and most importantly, you are to learn what the gilmen are up to in there. Oh, and you need to come back alive as well. With these parting words, the Master of Scrolls jumps off the table and strolls out of the building while humming to himself.
Does anybody have knowledge? What is it at?
Dungeoneering.
Knowledge dungeoneering.
I have local.
So, Junior sits down and says, So, have you any questions?
What are the Goldmen?
Gilman.
Gilman.
The Gilmen are a humanoid race much like humans, save for the 3 piscine gills on the sides of their neck. They're a little secretive, but not outright hostile. Most live in or near the water.
Cool.
Huh. And yet they come out and into a cave.
Well, that's exactly what you'll be going to find out. Why they're going in and out of this cave. The only known permanent surface settlement of the Gilman is in Escadar. Why they're venturing into the foothills of the Cortos Mounts is a mystery. Any other questions?
How long will we be gone?
A confirmation can last for weeks or months, or could be completed in a few days. Your resolve combined with your ability to fulfill the 3 duties of a Pathfinder will determine your success. Explore, report, and cooperate. Those have become second nature for you, right?
At least in my case it would.
Is there...
We'll see.
Okay.
Are there any locals who are more familiar with the wilderness that we can ask for information?
They would not be. No one has researched it as in-depth as I have.
Okay.
Okay, so...
Are you good at cave diving?
I spent some time exploring before I became a Pathfinder, so yes.
This is a cave, so what type of hazards should we expect to encounter?
I don't know. No one really knows about these caves. I was the one to discover them, and I've only briefly been inside it. I didn't get to see much of it because my supplies would have run out.
Okay.
Let's just hope to God we don't come across a cube.
So,
Ooze.
I need... anybody have knowledge geography?
The ball! Oh.
I have a 3, but it's untrained.
Yeah, mine's Arcana, History, Local, and Nobility.
I know how to survive, how to SWAT, how to swim, and how to climb.
Okay, give me a history roll.
History!
That's history.
That's a 20.
All right.
Just a flat 20.
Okay.
12 plus 7.
19.
19, yeah.
Okay.
Breaststroke. During
Earthfall, the Starstone struck Galorian and destroyed the human empires of Thassalon and Aslant. It is said that the Gilman's ancestors... Well, I should start here. Also known as the Low Aslanti, the Gilman are an amphibious human race believed to be the last descendants of the ancient Aslanti people. During Earthfall, the Starstone struck Galorian and destroyed the human empires of Thassalon and Aslant. It is said that Gilman's ancestors survived the cataclysmic event because they received the blessings of an aquatic entity that allowed them to breathe underwater. Yeah.
If you remember that slideshow he shared, it gets a lot freakier and mind-blowing than that.
Share that real quick.
Joe once shared a slideshow that details the history of Galoria from when humanity was first giving intelligence to...
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Bardic Knowledge. A bard adds half his class level, minimum 1, on all knowledge skill checks, and may make all knowledge skill checks untrained.
Yay!
So, give me knowledge geography.
16.
Alright. At the center of the Isle of Cortos stand the Cortos Mounts, the points on the island. Entire tribes of centaurs, harpies, and minotaurs constantly vie for territory up and around the mounts, with harpies being the most common at the higher altitudes and centaurs controlling the lower slopes and foothills.
You pretty much explained that to us?
Yes. Harpies, centaurs.
Alright.
Pizza! Pizza!
Pizza!
Pizza!
Pause.
Screw recording.
Pizza!
Can we pause recording? Like pick it up later? Or are we...
Possibly.
Working hard. I mean, otherwise we're just going to end up deleting the whole thing.
Alright, we're still rolling. We got pizza.
Janira pulls out a large, leather-bound journal and opens it on the table. Before we set out, we should all get to know each other and review our plans. After all, the most important factors that determine whether an expedition will be a success are cooperation and preparation. I'll go first.
Okay.
Great.
Let's see. I was the oldest of 7 children. I'm 24 years old, and the only one of my siblings to have come of age so far. I grew up in Eastgate, part of Absalom, where my father still works as a porter who employs a dog cart to transport purchased goods from ships and shops to the homes of customers. My family and I revere Desna, but I do respect other religions and believe that faith is important to everyone. Soon after I turned 20, I enlisted with the Pathfinder Society and thought, initially, I joined to see the world and sample all of the fine food it had to offer. I do love food. But quickly turned to the scrolls and its focus on learning and preserving knowledge. Now I aspire to have some of my work published in the Pathfinder Chronicles, and hope to someday be a Pathfinder chronicler.
The whole time she was talking, Siegfried was just pretty much staring up at the ceiling. Like, oh my god, could this cheery halfling go any longer?
Okay, who's next?
Sorry, what?
Well,
You're next.
I think she was talking.
I was born in Corvosa. I've been a mercenary operating out of there, protecting trade caravans to, places like Magnemar, and some little town that doesn't even show up on a map. I think it was like Sandlot? I don't know. And I recently ran into these fine folk while getting off my butt drunk at a bar. So,
Okay, who's next?
Pointing at the
You're-
bar.
You're pointing. Oh, me. Okay. So, my parents were human, and I was born, and
She had to say her parents.
we traveled around a lot, and I just keep traveling.
Okay, what about you?
Your disguise score is supposed to be so high you wouldn't bother with a perception check, would I?
My disguise score is 17.
So yeah, no. I'm a full-blooded elf, born and raised in Magnemar for the first 110 years of my life. Every male in my family trained to be a paladin of the guard, and every female of my family trained to be a cleric of Desna. That was until they were all slaughtered by a band of orcs who decided to rest outside of the city, and they were sent to take care of them. Next thing I knew, I was standing above the warlord of said orc, his head in one hand and his great sword in the other, and the rest were running terrified. And that's when I was found by another half-orc named Zed, who taught me to be a blood rager.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm the only living member of the Morgoth family that I am aware of.
All right. Well, on to the details of the mission at hand, Janira says with an eager grin. After reviewing my mission reports personally, Master Shane believes it is no coincidence that each time they entered the caves it was during a full moon, so it is also no coincidence that you have been called here now, just a day before the moon is full again. We both believe that tomorrow night is our best chance to find out why these caves are important and what exactly the Gilmen are doing in there.
Are werewolves going to be an issue?
Despite the full moon, we don't believe that there is any case of lycanthropy associated with this.
Is it really coincidental that we just happen to be here the night of the full moon?
I'm getting a free meal out of this.
The caves we'll be traveling to lie under the base of the Kortos Mounts. We'll need to spend every minute of daylight possible to reach the caves by foot, crossing over the Cairnlands, taking the paths to Diabel, and finally making our way through the wilderness. With any luck, we won't run into any of the local inhabitants. Once in the caves, we'll need to work together to explore and determine whether any Gilmen are present or have been recently. Keep an eye out for any other clues that might hint at the cave's significance too. Do you have any further questions?
Will there be food?
The Society will provide all that we need, yes?
Yay!
I'm good.
Do we have any indication one way or another as to whether the Gilmen will be hostile or not?
Keep going.
We don't believe that they will be hostile. Gilmen are generally indifferent to other people they meet. So unless we disturb them or in a significant way or upset them somehow, I don't believe that if we come across any gilman they'll be hostile.
Is there anything we should know about that might make them hostile?
Certainly provoking them to attack would make them hostile.
I just figure that if they consider this cave theirs and we go trespassing into their territory, I'd hate to think that we're stepping on their toes.
Well, they're generally very aloof, but they aren't necessarily... they rarely find themselves in combat.
I think we'll be fine.
Does everyone have their tape measures and pencils?
For what?
We're mapping the caves, right?
Yes.
Well, you're the bard. I think you could take care of that easily.
Well, actually, as this is the confirmation for all three of you, each of you will be responsible for your own records.
And it takes at least 2 people to map a cave.
So, now, before we head out, if there aren't any more questions, we should take a moment to go through your gear and make sure nothing important gets left out. I need character sheets. Briefly.
That's just a sheet of paper.
I might not have anything written down other than bard, kit, whatever is in a bard kit.
A bard. You have another bard in your bard kit.
So you've been, just for the players at home, as you're playing a kitsune, you've been appearing as perfectly human to us the entire time we've known you.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
By the way, does that ever, drop due to, anxiety or...
Nope.
Okay.
Death would make it, but...
So even unconscious,
We should totally kill her to find out what race she is.
Just on the off chance.
Whenever I look at the side of these Coke cans, they say things like share a Coke with a dreamer. I keep on thinking of dreamers from Morrowind, who are those crazy people who talk in their sleep and try to kill you.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want to share a Coke with one of them.
No, they're not those people.
kind of like a game I've watched Markiplier play, but I'll explain that when we're not recording.
As Pathfinders, you want to be sure that you're prepared for every instance of anything that could come up. Perhaps you should look at getting maybe some special substances, like maybe some antitoxins, or alchemist fire, or acid.
It's almost like you're saying that for a reason.
That's a good idea.
Almost!
How much do those cost? Where's my pencil? There's my pencil.
Antitoxin, if you want it, is 50 gold. It's a little expensive. A flask of alchemist fire is 20 gold and weighs a pound. A flask of acid is 10 gold and weighs 1 pound.
Tango. And that's per, I guess? Yeah.
Yes.
So far I'll just go ahead and get one of each just so I can have this written down. Acid.
How much would... this is a full day travel, right?
It is, yes.
Okay. So...
It will be 2 days of travel.
So we would probably need food for our travels?
the society will provide all you need in that respect.
Okay.
I need a calculator.
I'm also trying to budget for how much I can reasonably carry.
You said flask of acid, alchemist fire, and antitoxin.
Carry 8 things.
Those are options, yes.
And how much were those again?
Antitoxin is 50 gold, alchemist fire is 20 gold for a flask, acid is 10 gold for a flask.
80 just for one.
How heavy is everything?
Acid and alchemist fire are 1 pound apiece, antitoxin is weightless.
And how heavy is a bard kit?
27 pounds, I think.
And my clothes don't count towards weight.
They do.
They do. Okay.
Is the NPC that's coming with us carrying the food, or is that something that we'll have to take care of?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. So all you have to worry about is antitoxin.
I think I'll go ahead and take 2 things of antitoxin.
And that's all you're getting?
I'm getting 4 antitoxin. 1 for each of us.
So far I got.
I would suggest that much.
Really?
Really. Bard's kit, 33.5 pounds.
So far I'm getting 1 flask of acid, 1 flask of alchemist fire, and 2 antitoxins.
I wouldn't get more than 1 antitoxin.
1 antitoxin per. Alright.
It's nice to have, but a lot of players will never even have need for it.
Need more pizza!
I'll get 2 alchemist fires then.
Alchemist fire is
Yes.
excellent to have.
Alchemist fires cost how much? 10 gold?
20.
20? Okay.
Flask of acid was 10.
Okay. That's it for me.
So I'll get 2 Owl's Fire and 1 antitoxin. Unless we need acid for some reason. You know what? I'm not gonna make it Owl's Fire. I'll make it acid.
Alright.
Because it's also cheap.
Yes.
I'll do 2 of each.
You suck up on acid, I'll suck up on fire. We each got an antitoxin.
I need a calculator.
You're getting 2 of each?
Yep.
Hang on.
Antitoxin weighs nothing.
Correct.
Alright. So let's see it.
Chapin, you're spending 160 gold. What's your total gold right now?
429. And that's after the antitoxin.
So you're going to be left with 319.
Thank you.
I also have a line, because everyone needs a rope.
Yep.
There's rope in the bard kit, right?
There it is. Okay, so you set out. Leave the city, nothing happens. As you're traveling through the Barren Lands, off into the wilderness.
I don't have to decide what spells I need today.
Look, we
I should just cast whatever I know.
take out the rations that are coconuts and we just bang them together.
Yes. Let's see.
Strumming.
As you get deeper into the forest, the trees overhead shield most of the light for the day. Janira pauses and pulls out a compass, emblazoned with the Pathfinder Society logo of a glyph of the open road. I received this wayfinder when I successfully completed my confirmation. Should we be successful on our journey, you will get one of your own as well. She flips it open and holds it up for you to see. It has her initials, JL, on it. And she looks at it for a moment and says light, and it gives you light.
Oh,
And
cool.
says, we're on the right path. We need to keep heading northwest past those large rocks up ahead. Okay.
Simple enough.
Yes.
Perception on the large rocks.
Did I do this set up correctly? Yes. So,
Apparently she's fascinated by rocks.
18. 18 for perception on the large rocks.
you see nothing.
It's a rock.
Yeah, it's a rock.
Well, if there's anything
Pretty damn
hiding
sure it's a
behind
rock.
it. Okay, well, I'm gonna take a quick pit stop here. Don't watch. Go away.
I got candy corn. I got bubble gum. I got a rock.
Okay. So we have moved.
Oh, we kept the healer too.
Yeah.
Sweet.
She's gonna always come with you.
Because we're pretty?
Yes.
Yay.
Because it's built for 4, so if there's less, I'm supposed to run a pretend.
It's a bicycle built for 4.
So,
Yep.
this is what you see. This is all you can currently see. What do you do?
And
Where's
it's
the
middle.
mouth of the cave?
You said it's the middle of the night.
It's getting on towards night. You're traveling.
So this is the road.
Yes. Oh, where'd it go?
I'm strumming.
Okay.
Alright, hey, Blood Ranger, your weapon, is it one-handed? Two-handed?
Two-handed.
You! Do you think that you could hold a lantern for us?
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
You and me on point, you in the middle towards the back with our lantern, healer and support on rear guard.
Cool.
Okay. So, and this is the part where it would have been really useful to not leave my netbook at home.
Yeah, it sucks when that happens.
Yeah.
The GM came unprepared. It is now a free-for-all.
Does that mean the GM has got a free-for-all as well? That might be dangerous.
That might be dangerous.
That might be extremely dangerous.
20 battlers.
It's
Okay,
now,
just need-
it's Cthulhu and power armor surrounded by red dragons.
Right.
Fun.
I don't think we would be able to beat that.
Cthulhu wouldn't care about mortals. He does now.
Okay. I mean, in the one story we have of him, he chased one, so clearly he does.
Yeah, he chased after a boat.
Right. Maybe it was the boat he cared about.
Yeah. Well, he was chasing them off the island, then they got onto the boat, and then he charged.
This is true.
Chasing. But maybe his real goal the whole time was the boat.
The boats.
I would
Maybe the
imagine
boat
he
had
needed
cupcakes
to
on
in
it.
a situation.
Maybe it did.
Yeah.
H.P. Lovecraft was not a horror story writer. He just really loved cupcakes. There were cupcakes on the boat. That's what Cthulhu was going for.
Yeah.
So everything everybody has written since then is just completely off.
Yeah. There are no cupcakes.
Yeah.
Right. No cupcakes. Come on.
Guys.
H.P. Lovecraft just turned over in his grave.
Yeah. Guys.
Plus, did you know that H.P. Lovecraft actually had a serious fear of seafood?
Really?
Yeah, that's why he based most of his horror monsters off of
Fish.
things like cuttlefish and
Interesting.
yeah.
Okay, so you move forward, And all of a sudden, something jumps out. And then something else jumps out. They look like giant fleas. Isn't that fun? Roll initiative.
Don't let it get on me! Hate fleas!
They look thirsty.
I got a 20.
Alright, let's start. I suppose I should bring this up now.
I hate the last initiative rolls.
Stop that!
Hey, what?
I said I hate the last initiative rolls. For myself.
For
Okay,
yourself.
Yeah.
When they happen to other people, I don't give a shit.
so,
When they happen to me, it becomes personal.
so let's see.
So far, only one of these.
John, what's
Mine is a 5.
5?
A manly 5.
Yeah.
Never forget that.
Right. I need... What's your character's name? Siegfried.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I need...
Patella.
Atala.
20.
And Keone.
18.
This is why I'm here. To comfort.
I need an adult. Oh wait, I need an adult to your adult.
Yeah. God knows you're looking in the wrong direction with me.
You're younger.
That's why you're looking in the wrong direction.
Yeah. Our only hope here is Joe.
What about me?
You're the same age as me. I think Joe's older than both of us.
Point.
Yeah, alright.
Okay, first up is Atala.
Okay. I use will. I'm gonna play a few rules here for a second. Oh yeah, I can make it. So,
Dupe. Dupe.
if I have 2 weapons, I can only attack.
On a charge, or the only way you can attack on the first round is with the moving is a charge.
Okay.
So,
And so if you charge, just get 1 swing.
and your only backfire is you take a -2 penalty to your armor class until your next turn.
But you get a +2 to hit. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
If I have 2 weapons, I can only attack with 1.
Yeah.
Okay. And if I'm only attacking with 1, I don't take the penalty for attacking with 2.
Correct.
See,
Beautiful thing.
I can do math.
That's why whenever I play a rogue, I love doing 2 fighting as a rogue.
13 plus 8.
It hits.
Alrighty. That would be 2d4 plus 1. So I'm going to steal one of your d4s.
What are you wielding that gives you a 2d4 damage?
S-Stock. It's a exotic weapon.
Oh, okay.
Four, 1, so 9.
It dies.
And it bursts into a pool of blood.
Yes. Next up is...
We're not playing Dragon Age. Not everything is just a bag of blood.
But it's a flea. It actually is a bag of blood.
Maybe it was hungry.
It was hungry. It looked very thirsty.
Exactly. So it wasn't just filled with blood. Your
Next
argument
up,
is valid.
It was filled with old blood,
Janira.
which is worse.
I'm wearing a fancy hat. The argument's invalid.
I want you all to know I'm feeling depressed right about now.
Janira is going to hold her turn. So next up is Please.
I can't do my Alan Rickman voice.
This flea is going to come in.
That's Alan Rickman is the robot in
And
Guide to the Galaxy.
does a 10 hit?
I don't believe it does, no.
Okay. Well, he jumps at you and bites and misses.
Alright.
So next up is Keone.
Scary fleas, scary fleas.
All
bad
right.
fleas.
Everyone gets a +1.
Next up is Cairo. So she's going to hold her turn as well. So Siegfried.
Oh. Charge. Charge. I'm not going to waste the rage yet, even though I have. That's a 5.
Does a 5 hit?
It does not.
Yeah.
What? That's...
Next up is Katala.
Well, technically a 7 since I was charging. I'm sure that won't hit either.
Nope.
I am going to attack twice.
Okay.
So, first attack is a 5. The second attack is a 7.
Neither of them hit.
We're
next
having
up
another
is-
epic battle with a no account
She is
creature.
going to move up and take a swing.
We're looking very poorly in front of the halfling that's mentoring us right now. You know that, right?
Sir, I still have 1 kill under my belt.
He got that skeleton. Deadgummit.
He did?
I got the skeleton. I think I got the killing blow on the spider. I just killed a flea here.
I want you to know that you're probably going to die at some point.
I know.
Let's see. So she hits it. Alright. She hits it and blood squirts out its side. Where'd I put her? She fired a crossbow bolt at it. So next up is the flea. Flea attacks Atala. 19 hit.
It does.
Alright.
Icky flea. It does 2 damage and need a fortitude roll.
8.
Does not make it. Next up is Keone.
Icky flea, yucky flea. Kill it. Kill it
Alright.
fast. Kill the fleas.
Kara's going to step up and attack. And she'll hit it. And she kills it.
Yay!
So it dies.
Do, 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 do.
So it's dead. Well done, well done! Engineer comes rushing up. Was anyone hurt? Was anyone bitten?
I'm not feeling so fluffy.
I wouldn't have said it yet. Okay.
He did get bit. Or she did get bit.
Okay.
But who knows?
So Engineer hails you up and says, "Here, drink this. It'll take care of anything that it might have carried." So you drink, and you're
Tastes
good.
like lamb oil.
Okay. So then, let's do this. I'm just gonna keep that turn order. So now, oops. Oh well.
Fog of war.
Reset. So you're traveling, and you're traveling, and she's, yeah,
And a dragon comes out.
What?
you die.
And it's scary. Crazy scary. And it's gonna get you.
And you come across all kinds of things like trees blocking your path and such, as is here. Anybody have survival?
I do.
Alright, give me a survival check.
I don't have ranks in it, but you can apparently use it on the train.
Yes.
7.
Anyone else?
Nope, untrained. And
You can do it, I'm trained.
13.
I don't think there's like
I think.
nothing in it. It's not even 17.
Okay. 17's good enough.
Really? Okay.
Yes. You find your way and continue. So...
Guys, it's this way.
Awesome.
You just climb over it. It's fine.
Atala was just standing there like the ant in Bud's Life. I'm lost! Where's the line? We're going to go around the leaf. Around the reef? I don't think it's a good idea.
That really is. Pheromone trails, that's real.
Okay.
Pixar knows what they're doing. Except for the Cars movie.
What's wrong with the Cars movie?
The first Cars was okay. I liked the idea of it, but the second one felt like it was supposed to be something entirely different considering the huge James Bond-esque plot it had. And somebody higher up said, no, this has to be a Cars sequel, so turn in the Cars. Okay.
Alright, so you continue on your way.
I'll make you cry like a man child.
Up said, screw you, 3-story act. We're going to make you sad in the beginning of the movie.
You camp for the night, and you continue on the next day.
I stay up for most of the night since I only need 4 hours of sleep.
Alright.
I'm a grumpy waker. Just so you know.
I am, too. I don't function well before 10 o'clock, even if I got enough sleep.
Yep.
I wake up around 12.
Well,
Yep.
so there's a difference between waking up and actually getting out of bed, and
Exactly.
yeah.
Okay, so if you scroll up some... The dense forest opens to a wide clearing at the base of a sheer cliff. Thick vines cover the surface of the cliff, stretching 30 feet overhead. Here, the cave entrance is behind these vines, Janira says, with a broad smile as she walks to the cliff face. She pulls back several layers of vegetation to reveal a narrow crack in the cliff's surface, which is... maybe... right here. This is where I saw the Gillman enter. As she motions towards the aperture, the surrounding woods come alive with the sound of small animals fleeing some unseen danger, and a large creature crashes through the underbrush.
Uh-oh.
Well, crap.
I wield my guitar.
The halfling worriedly remarks, "Quick, take cover before whatever it is spots us." As if she'd summoned the creature with her words, a massive horned monstrosity emerges from the trees, standing 8 feet tall, on a pair of cloven hooves and wielding a tremendous axe. The bull-headed creature roars with unbridled anger when it spots the group. Wisely assessing that a minotaur is beyond her charger's capabilities, Janira screams, "A minotaur! There's little chance we can stand against it. Take this bag," she continues, pulling off her backpack, "and head deeper into the caves. Finish your mission. I'll lead it away from the caves, lose it in the forest, and join you as soon as I can. Now go! Go!" She heaves her backpack into the cave, casts a spell, and darts off toward the minotaur before turning to lure it away. What do you do?
Okay.
Get in the freaking cave.
I grab the backpack and go for the cave.
Okay.
Oh, I think she knows what she's doing, so okay.
All right. So you go to the cave.
She's gonna die, isn't she? She's totally gonna
I'm
die.
not sure
isn't
how.
she?
She chases it off.
I'm not sure how strong Minotaurs are supposed to be compared to first level characters.
Well, it's pretty tough.
Is she first level?
No, we
Okay.
would be the first level.
Because I know we would die. That's
Let's
I know
see.
that.
Okay. So, you enter the tunnels. Let me go ahead and move you to the next one. Got this set up right. Yep. So, top left of this map. This cave system is, most of the tunnels are between 3 and 10 feet wide, about 7 feet tall. You notice as you travel through that there are petroglyphs on the wall. Most depict marine animals or spiral shapes periodically decorating the tunnel walls, becoming increasingly more frequent as you go in.
Knowledge on that?
Shortly. These are carvings left behind by Gilman pilgrims. I'll just give it to you. You figure this is what this is. The surface provides a natural platform for fungi, which causes it to grow thicker and makes the carvings grow slightly. The narrow tunnel twists and turns for several hundred feet before slowly opening to a wider passage. A large hole spans the cave's width and stretches 10 feet down the path. At the bottom of the pit lies a small bundle of cloth.
Strange.
So you are now here, at a pit.
Anybody have a torch we could drop down?
No.
You can see pretty well down it.
I look down.
Yeah, you can. Looks to be about 20 feet down, and there's the bundle of cloth at the bottom. Give me knowledge, engineering, or survival.
Can we just take a 10 survival? Because we're not being rushed or threatened.
If you would like.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
And engineering.
Let's see. You determine that the hole in the ground is artificial, so it appears to have been a trap at some point. It appears to be at least a year old. There is no. So you see the cloth at the bottom. No easy way to get around it. What do you do?
Hand my rope to Siegfried. I want you to hold on to this and lower me down there.
Fair enough. Do I have to make any kind of roll to hold on, to hold for him to climb down?
How much do you weigh?
None of your damn business.
How much do you weigh?
I actually wrote that down because I didn't think.
Including the gear.
What?
How much does she weigh right now?
Assuming human weighs roughly 150 pounds. With gear, that's about. I think that's 43 pounds. So we're looking at about 200 pounds.
Okay, give me a strength check.
19.
Okay. Yep. You get her down.
Okay.
So you are in the bottom of this pit with a bundle of cloth.
What's in the cloth? What's in the cloth?
What do you do?
Kind of poke it first with the stock.
Okay. Just appears to be, there's nothing in it. No, like, it's not trapped or anything. It's just cloth.
I pick up the bundle of cloth.
Okay.
Is it just a bundle of cloth?
Or is it covering something?
It appears to have some magical aura about it.
Cool.
So you are down here. You've got a bundle of cloth it's a cloak.
Am I
Now
able
what?
to roll knowledge arcane on it?
When you get a hold of it.
Okay.
Climb well. Climb well.
So now what do? You're 20 feet down.
It's 50 feet of rope. Can he give me an assist other check on my climb check to get back out of the pit?
The rope wouldn't help you, Alan. And no, he can't.
I figured that having a rope would help. Okay.
No, because he's on the other side of it.
No, I meant climbing back out on the same side as everyone
Oh,
else.
yeah. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
So you back out. What do you do?
Back out. So, hey, Kiana, can you identify this for me? I hand you the...
How would I knowledge arcana, I guess? 14?
What'd you come up with?
14.
Okay. You can tell it's magical, but come up with nothing else.
It looks magical.
I could try.
Is there anything in the pack that would help us get across?
Ooh. That's 23 for me on Knowledge Arcane.
Okay, knowledge arcane.
Yeah,
Time.
Arcana.
It is a cloak of resistance.
+1, I guess.
Plus 1. Most likely lost by another pilgrim.
Is there anything... what is...
Who's got the lowest saving throws that would like to wear this?
I have Fortitude 2, Reflex 5, Will 0.
Fortitude 0, Reflex 2, Will 2. Wait, Reflex is higher.
4, 2, and 0 for me.
Fortitude 0.
We should probably give it to you since we're dealing with stuff that requires antitoxin.
Yay!
So now you get a +1 to your 3 saving throws.
So, what does... the halfling, she threw the bag in here.
Yes.
What's in the bag?
Alright, in her bag... Potion of bark skin, potion of cure, 2 potions of cure light wounds, potion of feather step, potion of vanish, scroll of entangle, scroll of gust of wind, scroll of identify, scroll of mage armor, scroll of obscuring mist, wand of burning hands, wand of cure light wounds, acid, 2 alchemist fire, holy water, smoke stick, 2 tanglefoot bags, and thunderstone.
Spider climb.
What did she not take? That's
The feather fall.
feather step.
Feather step. What does feather step do? Does that let you walk on air?
I should have looked up.
Things that are probably in your notebook.
Yeah. No, you just ignore difficult terrain.
Oh. Feather step, alchemist fire, bark skin, light wounds, burning hands.
Well, we could always just try climbing it the hard way.
Yeah.
So,
Looks like we'll have to.
This'll be fun.
so,
Who's going first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I have a -1.
So I'm down. So you lower me down to the pit.
Yeah.
Come to the other side.
You probably might have to make a climb check to
Yeah.
climb the other way.
And I guess I can't just take a 10.
Correct.
There's a chance of...
Injury.
Not getting ouch.
Blood retrace. The spell's earlier. Uh-oh!
So, that's a 6.
You take 5 points of damage from falling.
Holy shit.
Are you okay down there?
Let's give that another try.
Climb better, climb better.
So that's a 13 from that, plus 5, so that's 18.
Okay, you make it out.
I look at the cleric. Do you have any spells prepared that could help?
She doesn't.
Okay.
Alright.
Katsune, would you like to go second?
Hey.
Since I have to help
Hey.
you.
Oh, yeah. You're gonna have to use the rope for that.
Yeah. Okay.
We won't worry about it.
Okay.
You get one person across, you get everybody across.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
You find some way to make it work.
13.
In other words, everyone makes it across.
Yeah. Okay, so... The tunnels. Are y'all taking notes as you go?
Yes. Do I have to, like, take notes, like, for real?
Oh, were you not in here when I said it? Yes. You're taking notes to turn into me at the end.
Don't show them that side. Just
Don't worry about it up till now. It's fine.
So,
Just take notes now. You're kind of mapping the cave and taking down any notes you find.
where did I put my pencils?
I didn't know there was an assignment to this.
Yes. Well, this is a test. This whole thing is a big test.
I didn't know it was for the players.
Chapin's suddenly stressed.
This is what's the fancy word for drawing a player into a game? I'm completely
Immersion?
Yeah, Chapin. This is about immersion. We're not only role playing; we are actually role playing the note taking.
Don't worry, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Okay.
You don't need to write a novel. It's cool.
So, like, how do we map out the map, or do we write?
Let's
How
just
are we
assume
doing
you're
this?
mapping it out as you go. Just take down notes of anything interesting you find. Like any carvings that you might have come across.
Okay.
The tunnels continue on.
Bullet points or, like, paragraph?
However you want to do it. So, the last thing I gave you, the narrow tunnel. As you're going down, you notice petroglyphs depicting marine animals and spiral shapes, periodically decorating the walls. You figure these are probably put there by the gilmen as they come and go.
Does the cleric heal me up?
Yes.
What are you doing over there?
Because, losing half your hit points from falling.
Yes.
That's
So, the narrow tunnel twists and turns for several hundred feet. We just did that. The tunnels continue on, leading deeper beneath the Cortos Mountains until they eventually open into a large cavern. What must have once been a beautifully carved reliefs and inscriptions have since weathered heavily, their features dulled and softened to the point that it is hard to distinguish what each one depicts. A wide tunnel exits the cavern on its far side, and blue burning torches line the passage walls. Give me just a moment to adjust for that.
Keone, you're still holding our lantern?
As I'm writing things down. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so there was something about a carving.
You notice just carvings that have been left on the walls, mostly marine animals. Nothing particularly exotic or, really well done or anything.
And blue torches.
The cavern is opening up some, and you see...
I'd see black.
He's still picking his points. So
this.
There's another pit.
No. Well, you can get around that one.
Stairs.
Yes.
Anything down the pit?
Well, it's not stairs, that's the passageway. So, on that passageway, y'all have moved into that passageway. Let me just move you. So I'll read that again. The tunnels continue on, leading deeper. What must have once been beautifully carved reliefs and inscriptions have since weathered away, their features dulled and softened to the point that it is hard to distinguish what each one depicts. A wide tunnel exits the cavern on its far side, and blue burning torches line the passageway's walls. Let's see. You notice that the ones here are very different from the ones you've seen previously. They don't appear to have been made by the same people, and they are significantly older.
Knowledge history?
You notice there are 4 of these that seem to be somewhat decipherable. Go ahead and give me knowledge history.
Nope.
Or religion.
11 plus 7.
18.
Okay.
She got 18, I got 3.
Got 18?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me 3 more.
7 times 2, so 14. Come on. 15 plus 7. One more. 4 plus 7.
Okay. You recognize these as parables out of the History and Future of Humanity, which is the principal holy text of Eridan. You notice that they're not quite the same as what you're used to seeing in that book, so these may have been older, and so the current parables may have been adjusted slightly as time has gone on.
Future and history of Eridan.
History and Future of Humanity.
Okay.
So, let's see.
Can you repeat that again?
History and Future of Humanity. So it looks like it's pictographs of parables out of that. So we're going which are okay. One of them is a shepherd. The shepherd is depicted herding animals out of a crowded city to the pastures beyond. Just as Eridan blessed leaders with the foresight to direct people to tasks. You can just write it down.
No.
Will's
Okay.
being very fancy here right now, actually.
Okay, so it's a shepherd herding animals out of a crowded city. Well, these, you think, appear to be some kind of explanation for some type of ritual.
Oh, yeah. Mango ain't got shit on this.
Okay, good. Next. Next you see is a tailor. He's depicted sewing together long cloth. Well, no, never mind. Not that one. I don't like that one. Let's do... it's a soldier. That's alright.
There's a giant penis on the
No,
wall.
I
Here we go. Okay, so one you see is of an artist. The artist is depicted painting murals on the wall of impressive buildings. And this is associated with Eridan having painted the city of Absalom with beautiful colors, so that it might awe all who visited.
I can just imagine us standing there staring at this wall, and it just keeps changing its domain.
Wait, what? What? Oh, that's a... Wait, what? Did it just... What?
It's a tailor. It's a
No,
soldier.
no, it's not. It's it's an
takes you-
artist.
It takes you a while to decide what it is. Okay, so it's an artist depicted painting murals on walls, associated with Eridan having painted the city of Absalom with beautiful colors.
I have to give my artist a little beret.
Bitches love berets.
You're damn right they do.
Okay.
There you go.
Give that lich a phylactery. Liches love phylacteries.
What?
Get it?
A lich has to have a phylactery.
Well, yes, but where's that from?
Oh, it's a meme that the Pathfinder group posts every now and then.
Oh.
Because, give that bitch a blank, bitches love blank. Give a lich a... Yeah.
So, the soft light of the surrounding fungus mixes with the flickering glow of the nearby torches to reveal a grand chamber.
Oh, the fungus glows?
Yes.
I thought at the beginning you said it grows.
No, it glows.
Glows. Oh, jeez.
A large pool of water along the chamber's southern edge reflects the blue and green radiance to illuminate the massive stalactites that cling to the ceiling overhead.
Where are we seeing this?
Let me open it up for you.
Behold, the great full room.
Reveal.
I really hope this map doesn't open up too far eastward, because otherwise it's going to run into my murals.
Oh, you poor thing.
Okay, so there you go.
How about that?
What?
Will is actually drawing the map out. He's done this before in one of my earlier campaigns. I think you will too.
I used to play, like when I would play the original Dungeons and Dragons computer games, map it out on graph paper.
People used to do
They
that with
used to
the
do
original
that, and I
Legend
did
of
it-
Zelda game.
I did it that way, like, just to get the feel of what it was like when people played through the gold box. That's what it was. Alright. Rising up from the pool is a column of rock with steeply sloped sides and a flat top, as if someone had sawn off the top of a massive stalagmite. That is right here. Maybe. That is right here.
There you go. I think we're losing Jacob.
A miniature city carved from the same stone occupies nearly the entire surface. Tiny trinkets such as ancient coins, polished semi-precious stones, and ornate braided loops of string are scattered throughout the diorama, and pale cave frogs clamber atop it. The smooth cavern floor is covered in gravel and pebbles along the edge of the pool, and several foot-long centipedes prowl among the gravel in their search for prey. The pool is very shallow. You can wade into it. By the time you got over to the little city, you'd be thigh deep in it.
I do so.
Alright. I need engineering, geography, history, local, or religion.
History. We're local. 19 plus 7.
Okay.
Same.
So,
She got higher than me.
you can easily identify the diorama as an intricately detailed model of Absalom, identified by the Starstone Cathedral in the center. This representation of the city at the center of the world and the inner sea also acts too much information. So...
Spoilers!
Yeah. So this is probably where whatever rituals go along with what you saw happen, but there's nothing to indicate like what you do when you walk up. So you see this little city. It's got you see in the water a bunch of little stones. Anyone have? Let's see. Knowledge nature.
Bardic
I
knowledge.
can roll it.
Cool.
19 plus 3.
Perfect. You recognize that several of the scattered pebbles along the pool shore are pigment stones. They're easy to grind up and make into crude paint.
Who wants to do some finger painting?
Then
We're gonna start doing finger painting,
so
and
you see that,
put it on my face.
and all the frogs jumping around in the city there.
And they're cute froggies.
They are cute little froggies.
Anyone ever have frogs?
Yes. They're pretty good.
Are these poisonous frogs?
They're not.
Why does there seem to be a person in the pool?
Kneeling in the water is a lone Gilman pilgrim. He...
Where's the the city?
It is right here, over near where he's at.
So I'm like right next to him, aren't I?
Well, it's a good thing you have the higher charisma score, being a bard.
Okay.
Because I've already walked up to it.
Okay. So, he notices you, but just seems indifferent to you as you go in.
Does he have any markings on his face? Like from the pigment stones?
No.
I watch him to see what he does.
Okay.
And probably copy him.
Give me sense motive checks.
Checks, plural?
Everybody.
Oh. 8.
8.
Hell,
So-
sense motive. 13.
Okay. You notice that he is staring at the cloak of resistance. Okay, give me perception checks.
That she is wearing.
No, I handed it to you to identify. I'm assuming that I'm just carrying it. I'm not.
I thought you gave it to me.
Oh, that
Yeah,
she's
she's
wearing.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
I got 23
Shit.
on perception.
Okay.
8.
You notice that the Gilman's own folded robe is of similar style and color.
This may be a good
Keanu.
thing or a bad
So,
thing.
what do you do?
Hey, Keanu.
He's actually currently under the water. So, like, this is how, like, the Gilman do their thing.
Hey.
Under the water. Okay.
Keone!
What?
Give it to him.
Your cloak is exactly the same as his.
Oh,
He might not like you wearing it.
I undo it and I kind of...
Okay, he sees you, and he kind of cocks his head and comes out and takes it from you and says, "Thank you. It looks like it could have been something that belonged to someone who came through previously.
We found it in the pit.
Well, thank you very much for recovering it. Can I ask what your purpose here is?"
What's our purpose?
To pretty much ask them the same thing.
Well, we were wondering the same thing. Our friend discovered this cave and saw some of your people coming in and just kind of wanted to see what it was about.
Well, we frequently make pilgrimages here, but that's mostly our own business.
It's very beautiful.
It is, yes.
May I ask what the purpose of this pilgrimage is? What you're looking for? What you're...
We're clicking on investigate and asking him all the questions available.
It's like in Morrowind where like any topic is blue. You just...
Give us your
it's-
encyclopedia.
It's really, what my ritual here is my own. You can do as you please if that's what you're here. If you're here to perform rituals as well. And he goes back underwater.
Could you tell us a little bit about the city and it's an exact
Replica of Absalom.
looks like?
Yes, it is.
Do you know when it was made, by whom, how they made it?
I do not know. People have just been coming here for many years.
By the way, her voice is very excited, which I am unable to do at this point.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a diplomacy check.
I have diplomacy.
Come on.
Thank you. 9 plus 3. Don't have diplomacy.
12.
Okay. He seems amiable. He says that this is a sacred site for Gilman. It was once sacred to Eridan, the dead god of humanity, as well, but over the past century, the carvings in the nearby room, and he points to where you saw the 2 carvings that you wrote down, have weathered and melted. Soon, I believe, Eridan's influence will fade completely from here. However, there are other creatures that have invaded the caves and haven't been nearly as polite as you.
Oh?
Well, yes. You see caves on either side here both contain creatures that do not belong. It makes it difficult for us sometimes to perform our rituals.
We did kind of run into a minotaur before coming in here.
Well, that's just a hazard of the area.
Yeah,
So-
it's showed up rather conveniently too. Well, if it won't disturb you, I think that we should explore these side passages as well.
I would appreciate that. If you were able to clear this out, perhaps we could talk more then.
Alright.
And
He has a giant exclamation above his head.
yes.
It's
Now-
more
Well, now
like
it's a
defeat enemy groups like 0 out of 5.
Yeah.
or something
Right.
like that.
now it's a faded out question mark. So you've got a quest with him, but you have to complete the tasks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
And that's where we're going to end because I have sick kids, and that's as far as I got through setting things up.
Okay.
That is
Okay.
fine.
Do you want these turned in or wait until after?
Wait until the end.
Okay.
Okay.
Like the very end of the whole
The
thing.
very end of the confirmation.
Yeah.
Okay.
My handwriting changes. I apologize.
That's fine. Okay. We can stop recording now.
Alright.
Good
night.
night.
Good
Good
night.
night.